where's the pitcher's mound?
There is none.
So the pitcher is stood right next to the plate, and it's a vertical pitch.
Yes, the vertical pitch is the biggest difference that makes actually the biggest tactical difference also between Pesäpallo and other sports, specifically sports like baseball and softball. So what we saw there was a fair pitch, and that has some requirements so that the pitch is actually legal. First and foremost, before each batter, you need a permission to pitch, and you get that permission by throwing the ball to some of the bases. It doesn't matter which base. And then after that, you need to hold the ball. The pitcher needs to hold the ball between two hands for a while so that it's stable. Then the hands need to move at least 15 centimeters from each other. And then the most important one and the most obvious one is that the ball needs to get at least 1 meter above the head of the pitcher. And after the pitch, the pitcher needs to remove from the plate so that the pitcher doesn't get hit by the bat. So those are the most significant ones, and those are the ones that you can follow when you watch the game.
And so what makes it a strike and what makes it a ball?
Well, it can be a ball if it's too low. It's obviously it is a ball if it doesn't hit the plate. And there are other different kinds of faults that you could call like a balk in baseball, like technical stuff. But the most obvious ones are a low pitch and then the one that doesn't hit the plate.
We saw a bit earlier here an insert clip about pitching in Pesäpallo, and that is one of the things that is very different from baseball. We pitch vertically, that's the one thing. But please tell us the main things about pitching for the people that didn't see the insert.
Okay, I think that this is a very good starting point actually for you who just joined us on YouTube, because the vertical pitch changes the whole dynamics of the game and the tactics of the game, because with a bit of hand-eye coordination, you can basically hit the ball every time you want to, and you can direct the hit to any part of the field you want to. And that also creates the kind of a dimension that the batting team, the offense can be, you can create strategies that go like, there's so many layers that you can create a strategy for each hit. And that's something that makes a big difference to baseball, for example, where it's basically a duel between the pitcher and the batter. And here there's the third element, the game manager, where we will get later with the signal thing, the communication system and that. But the pitcher plays a key role in this game as well, like a different kind of a role than in baseball. He needs to be physical, but he also needs to be kind of the game manager there. So I would refer to him as a kind of a quarterback or midfielder in football or something like that. So it's very different.
So in baseball, when you pitch, it's about how fast you pitch and how much curve you have in the pitch. But you can actually do things with the vertical pitch as well. So what are the kind of things that the pitchers can do with the ball?
Well, the one thing is that the higher you throw it, the harder it falls. So the harder it is to actually hit that. And the batters try to respond to that by putting their bats in a more vertical position, so the sweet spot area expands a little bit. And also you can use different kinds of curves, and you can also in this sport you can use the ball, so to say, so a pitch that doesn't hit the plate, which is something that we don't have a mound, we have a plate. And so that's very, very different. So as a pitcher, you can play this game in so many ways with so many different kinds, and so many different kinds of strengths that we have seen so like a huge variety of different pitches being successful throughout the years. You don't necessarily need the best arm in the league to win the championship.
Yeah, that's right. And when you see pitching in the game, the pitches are very different heights. That's on purpose. So you will see very low ones. So the rule is that it needs to be 1 meter above the pitcher's head. But deliberately, sometimes it is pitched lower just to make the hitting harder. That's a tactical thing. Sometimes, of course, also a mistake.
Yes, and also one thing that I forgot to mention is that the height of the pitch can be confusing to the batter, because in this sport the batter takes 3 steps to create more power and more torque with the last step before he or she actually hits the ball. So when you don't know the height of the pitch, you cannot get the rhythm right automatically. So if the pitcher can pitch the ball in different heights with the same kind of movement, that confuses the batter a lot. So that's one tactical element there.
Amongst very many others.
Yes.